Thank you. Good afternoon and namaste, class of 2026. My name is Dolma Sherpa, and it is my biggest honor and a privilege to be here on this stage today, giving this commencement speech. 3 years ago, I received 8 merit-based scholarships from different law schools I applied to, and amongst all of the choices I had, I chose New York Law School. Today, I can proudly say that that was the best decision I made. As a law student, I interned at different firms, and alumni from this school offered me mentorship, guidance, and support immediately upon knowing that I'm a New York Law School student. Today, I want to begin my speech by thanking our phenomenal Dean, Dean Crowell, and the incredible New York Law School community for fostering such a great community of alumni. My fellow graduates, each of us came to New York Law School with our own dreams, and no matter where we've come from or what challenges we've faced, we all made it here today. We should all be so proud of everything we've accomplished. As I stand here today, I cannot help but reflect on the incredible journey that brought me to this moment. The beginning of my journey to the US started around the end of 2015. I was in Nepal, a small, beautiful country that is home to the majestic Mount Everest. One day, I was walking down the road and came across a big signboard that said, "Study in the USA, Canada, Australia, wherever you want." I had organized many student events in Nepal, so I thought studying in the US would further develop my leadership skills. I told my dad I wanted to study in the US. He was appalled when he heard that first. He sat me down and said, "Look, you're very young. We do not have any family members in the US to look out for you, so forget about it." When my parents saw how unhappy I was over it, they finally agreed to send me to the US alone. My 2 older brothers were also on board. My dad worked as a tourist guide and a mountaineer, which was a seasonal job, and my mom was a homemaker, so they had very little savings for their retirement. But they were both willing to risk it all, for me, for my dreams. Knowing that my aging parents risked their retirement savings for my dreams, I was adamant about being successful, because if I failed, they would fail too. On March 22, 2016, at the airport, my mom was crying, and I said, "Oh, here she goes again." Because I was so excited I was going to the US to study, I couldn't understand why anybody would cry for me, let alone my mother. I got on the plane, took a nap, and when I woke up after a few hours, I realized I was flying alone to a country where there was no one from my family, relatives, or friend circle to pick me up at the airport. Suddenly, I felt anxious and quietly sobbed for the remainder of my flight to the US. My path to earning a law degree took longer than it takes for most people. When I tried to pursue Juris Doctor, I hit a roadblock because my bachelor's degree from Nepal was 3 years degree and only a few credits got transferred. So I repeated my bachelor's degree again, took the LSAT, joined New York Law School, and I am on cloud 9 today to be finally graduating with all of you today. Thank you. Some of you may be wondering why I chose this attire for my graduation, but there is a story behind this dress. This is actually my mother's traditional attire that she used to wear in the village, and she's watching this ceremony live from that same village today, and I wanted to honor her. My mother was one of 7 daughters born to my grandparents in their quest for a son. She was not allowed to go to school because she was a girl child. There was a common belief in her village that girls did not need an education, as their main role was seen as becoming wives and raising families. And unfortunately, my grandparents also shared this belief. She never even saw the inside of a classroom, so she could not even write her own name. When my mother went to get her citizenship documents in Nepal, the official asked her name, and she told him Chamji. But when he wrote it down, he spelled it Chanji, changing the M to an N. My mother could not read, so she could not see the mistake. It is a simple letter, an M changed into an N. But that day, my mother lost something precious. That day, the silent weight of illiteracy and patriarchy erased a part of my mother. So today, I wore her traditional attire and wrote her name Chamji on my graduation sash next to mine because I wanted to ensure that her story, her true name, would never be forgotten. Thank you. Whenever my mother is asked about her education, she timidly replies, illiterate. But from this day forward, I will unhesitantly answer doctorate to the same question, and she made it possible. Without Dolma Sherpa, there would not be Dolma Sherpa, Juris Doctor. When the thought of giving a graduation speech crossed my mind, I was initially petrified, thinking, what if my accent sounds funny? What if my English is not impeccable since it is my second language? But then I decided I will speak, even if my voice trembles, my hand shakes. Because the women in my family before me, including my mother, and millions of women around the world never have had the opportunity to speak. Illiteracy and patriarchy robbed them of their words and silenced their voices. While my family's unconditional support meant everything to me, there was also someone else who made a monumental difference in my life. When I was a child, due to the civil war in my country, my dad was struggling to find mountaineering jobs, and we had a lot of adversities. And Says Feature, an incredibly kind Australian woman who was my dad's former colleague, stepped in and sponsored my education. Our adversities were such that we did not even have basic electronic appliances in our home. Having a phone or an internet was out of the question. SACE funded my education for many years until we were able to fund it ourselves. I'm deeply grateful for everything my guardian angel, SACE Feature, did for me. I'm not sharing my story so you will feel sorry for me, because my story ended well. I completed law school with a merit-based full scholarship from New York Law School as a trustee scholar. I passed the February bar as a pro bono scholar with a score high enough to practice in any UB jurisdiction. And I'm joining Fragaman, the largest corporate immigration firm with more than 70 offices worldwide. Now, I have a great story to tell my future kids and grandkids. Because imagine having to tell them, well, I succeeded despite having no adversity. I'm actually sharing my story to show the power of grit, persistence, and perseverance, and to remind each of you to honor the sacrifices made by family, friends, mentors, or anyone whose support has guided you along this journey. As I look at my fellow graduates from this stage, I am filled with a deep sense of hope and purpose. Many of us are first-generation college graduates, and many of us are first in our families to earn a law degree or any professional degree. Many of us are here standing on the foundation of sacrifices made by generations before us. Even to this day, there are so many people who do not have the opportunity to study, whose potential is limited by circumstances, not due to ability. As I stand before you today, I want to emphasize that earning a law degree is a privilege that carries great responsibility. We must always remember that our legal education is meant to serve people, not to feel superior to people that are less educated or less privileged than us. Thanks to Mom and Dad, my two brothers, Tenji and Pimba, my two incredible sisters, Furdiki and Kunsang, and my little nephew, Lopsang. Thanks to my guardian angel, Says Trustin, my little sisters, Eva and Ehna, and all my friends and relatives, and thanks to White Hills. My family from overseas could not attend the graduation, but my wonderful husband, Dolma Sherpa, is here with me. I came to the US fully prepared to be a lone wolf, but it turns out God had other plans for me because I met you. Thank you, Maya, for your tremendous support in my journey, and thank you for your service to this country. I love you so much. Timलाई जन्मदिनको पनि धेरै शुभकामना. Thanks to Baje Zangbu, cousin Zangmu, sisters Santi and Doma, friends Enchi, and Ololade for taking the time to attend my graduation ceremony and celebrate this day with me. Thanks to my mentors and well-wishers that are watching live. Also, thanks to my New York Law School family. A special thanks to Professor Lenny Benson for introducing me to New York Law School alums and writing letters of recommendations. Thanks to Dean Crowell again, Dean Wapse and Dean Hope. Thank you so much. Dean Darby, Dean Bond, Dean Gillob, Communication Director Ariel DeBorkin, Professors Kirk Burkhalter, Justin Murray, Susan Abraham, Penelope Andrews, Annabelle Hoot, and all the other incredible professors. Thanks to my friends, Elizabeth and Madeline. I'm going to miss you guys so much. Nikki, Maruk, Rebecca, I'm going to miss you guys so much. And all the other incredible friends I met here in New York Law School. I will miss my friends and the incredible New York Law School family so much. Congratulations to the Law School class of 2026!